we've got to sacrifice enough to walk down and get registered and then go to the polls after we do. We've got to go in our money and give some, in our pockets and give some money for the cause of truth. You see, this is that creative minority that I'm trying to talk about that will say somehow that we are going on into the promised land, we're willing to sacrifice anything. We're willing to suffer because we must possess the land. Who's in that group tonight? And I want you to ask yourself the question before you leave here, which of the three groups do you fit in? Are you in that group willing to suffer and sacrifice and say to yourself that I must be free because God himself made me to be free? Who this evening can somehow say to his white brother, I'm not trying to tear up the nation, I just want to be free. I'm not trying to take possession of everything in this nation, I just want to be free. I'm not out to become your brother-in-law mainly, I just want to be your brother, I want to be free. I'm not out to go into this great nation of ours and set it back in terms of its moral achievements. I just want to be free. Who can go out this evening and say, paraphrasing the words of Shakespeare's Othello, who steals my purse feels trash, 'tis something, nothing, 'twas mine, 'tis his, has been the slave of thousands. But he who filches from me my freedom robs me of that which not enriches him, but makes me poor indeed. I just want to be free. And this evening can go out and cry to the nation, I just want to be free. Then somebody will come to the point of saying, I'll do anything to be free. May mean going to jail, but I'll go to jail to be free. Maybe losing my job, but I'll lose my job to be free. May mean physical death, but if physical death is the price that I must pay to free my children from a permanent life of psychological death, then give me death, for I want to be free. Who this evening can go out and cry to the nation, I want to be free. Then come to the point that you can cry out with your forefathers of old, before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my father and be saved. I just want to be free. History teaches us a lesson. A lesson that freedom never comes without sacrifice and suffering and struggle. There's another lesson that we can learn from history, and I don't want to be too long. That's all right. History teaches us that freedom can be achieved without violence. We have some lessons in history there that reveal to us that we don't have to get our guns. So take courage now. Come to see that you don't have to stack your house with ammunition. Come to see that you don't have to try to fill up some deposit of bombs now. You don't have to do it that way. History reveals that you can gain your freedom and you don't ever have to pick up a gun to gain it. History reveals that all of us have something that's powerful. It's more powerful than any gun that has been created. You may be poor, may not have any money. You may be illiterate. You may not know the difference between you does and you don't. You may not have ever heard of Plato or Aristotle. Never heard of Einstein's theory of relativity. You may not have all of the cultural attainments of this nation. you have a soul. History says if you will somehow decide that you are going to use the whole force of your soul, you can shake empires from their office because you have a soul. Mahatma Gandhi, a little brown man, looked at the people of India, said to them, you may be illiterate. The British Empire has exploited you so much that 350 million of you make less than $50 a year. You don't have any money, but you got a soul. You will use the force of your soul. I will begin to walk with you and talk with you. And we can shake the British Empire to its feet. That little brown man galvanized the whole of India. I remember reading of that day when he started his people, and they were being exploited and they were being charged tax on salt, and he told them that we're going to march down to the salt sea. And against the orders of the British Empire, we're going to just reach down in that sea and get all the salt we want. And I want you to march with me, and if they shoot you, don't shoot back. If they kick you, let them kick you down, and you get up if you can and keep walking. And if they kill you, remember that you have a soul, and they can't kill that because it's immortal. So don't worry, even if they kill your physical body. Gandhi started with them that day. He just started walking with a few people, and they walked on, and other people joined, and other people joined. And when they got down to that sea, hundreds and thousands of people stood there. That day I imagine that the boys back in London at number 10 Downing Street said to themselves, that's all, boys, it's all over. It's all over now. It's all over. Here was the power of the soul. This is what we have. This is what we have. Let us come to the point that we can say to ourselves that we will meet your physical force with soul force. Get your guns and keep shooting. Bomb our homes and our churches and slap our children, and we're going to still love you. We're going to wear you down by our capacity to suffer. And one day we're going to win our freedom. But not only will we win freedom for ourselves, we will so appeal to your heart and conscience that we will win you in the process. And our victory will be a double victory. We will not only achieve our freedom, but we will win the hearts and souls of those who have deprived us of our freedom. This is why I believe so firmly in the way of love and nonviolence in our struggle. We're not going to win this battle hating white folks. Hate doesn't help the hater, and it doesn't help the person who is hated. There's something about hate that hurts the hater. Somebody must have the power to transform through love. You just hate somebody, and you are as uncomfortable and as frustrated as the person you hate. Oh, hate, there's something about hate that keeps you from walking straight. Something about hate that keeps you from standing up straight. When you hate, you can't see right. When you hate, you lose your power of objectivity. If you hate somebody, you can't see that person. When you hate strong enough, the ugly becomes beautiful, and the beautiful becomes ugly. A good speech becomes a bad speech, and a bad speech becomes a good speech. When you hate strong enough, you will look at a good deed of a person and call it a bad deed. Hate causes you to put the wrong price tag on everything. When you hate strong enough, hairpins begin to sell for $1,000 and diamond rings for 5 cents because you got the wrong price tag on things. There's something about hate. There's something about hate that does something to the hater. And so our way must be a way of love. We will stand up right here in this South land and say to our white brothers, we cannot in all good conscience obey your unjust laws. Do to us what you want to, and we're going to still love you, but we're going to disobey these unjust laws. And when you put us in jail, we're going to still love you. Whatever you do to us, we're going to still love you. Do to us what you will, and we're going to still love you.